Hey guys, this is the Ace Defender offer. You guys can get to level 50/55. I mean, it says 55, but you get paid out at 50. And you do it in 4, 14, or 21 days. 4 days was, they put it at 4 days, and I guess it was a typo. It was supposed to be 14 days, but even 14 days is a lie because they paid it out to me at 21 days, and I'm not the only one who got paid out at 21 days. You actually have quite a few days, and if you want to stretch it out, maybe it'll even go to 30 days, and you don't have to be so rushed about it. You can just kind of be casual and run around. But yeah, I'm not the only one because I know I've searched on Reddit and a lot of people have said they got it after 16 days, 18 days, 20 days, 21 days, something like that. But yeah, that's about the range. So yeah, I'll show you the strategies on mobile phone in a second, but let's talk about where you should do this offer because some websites are better than others. Now I'm gonna cross out FreeCash on this one. I usually look at it, but like this time they had a terrible offer. But if you go to MyPoint Swag and inbox dollars, I think it depends on whether you want to go for a Visa reward card here or not. I actually recommend inbox on this one because inbox usually does not give the same amount as the other two, but when he does, then you can collect that bonus on top of what you're getting. And usually people have not signed for inbox yet, so yeah, I actually prefer inbox on this particular offer. Let's start with MyPoints, right? MyPoints. So click on the referral link, gives us both a bonus if you haven't already signed up. And then you go to deals and you want to go to category entertainment because this is a game, and you just want to go down, go for and look for Ace Defender. Now, you might miss the picture because the picture is kind of dark compared to everything else. Like right here, right? I missed it 2 times when I was searching for it earlier. Yeah, you need to. Now it says there's 3 things to know really. This is the only thing that really matters, except it's fake because they get paid out at 50, and you get paid out even after 14 days. Like in 21 days, it'll get paid out too. So I keep saying 21 because that's how long it took me. I didn't play for like 3 days. I didn't know a lot of stuff in the game. I was testing stuff out in the game, which made me take even longer. So, you probably could do this in 16 days, 17 days perhaps. And not, you just have to be sort of consistent and just do your dailies. Okay, yeah, there's not much else to say. 8,000 points is about 53 bucks and 33 cents for Visa. Could be less than 50 if you turn it to PayPal. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, if you just want a clean 50, then you can go for Swag, which is the next referral link. The referral link also has a couple $1 bonus as usual. I think it's 5 now. And then just go to, once you sign up, you go to, once you sign up to the referral link, and you go to Discover, and then you go to Games, then you go to Max to Min, and then you go to, it's ready. This one's a lot easier to see compared to MyPoints. So yeah, Ace Defender here. It's at 50. I've seen this at 40 before. I think I've seen this at 60. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, it goes up and down like this. And 50 is a pretty good medium here. 55 in 14 days. All it takes is the same. It's the same offer. You get 50 and you have at least 21 days. All right. And then inbox is okay. So inbox, click. It's a referral link. $5 bonus that you get automatically on sign up, not just a referral. So that's pretty good. And I actually found this on my page 5. Page 5 here. Right, same thing. 50 bucks. And then an additional 5 when you sign up. So that's kind of nice. Same details, same thing. All right, so that's it. We're gonna get into the offer strategies. I'm gonna save you a lot of time there and help you understand all the battle systems, and then you just do your dailies and upgrade, and that's about it. It's fun. It's kind of like AFK Arena on steroids. You'll know what I mean in a second. There's an auto option, and then there's a speed up option too. All right, guys, let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome to Ace Defenders. Now there's basically all you really need to do to get level 50 is to go for Expedition. Expedition basically means you are fighting waves. So I mean, let me just show you. It's easier to just see this fight. Now, I'm going to lose. Well, actually, I might win this one. It's hard to say. It's 6 on 6. You have heroes, and each hero actually has equipment and stuff. But let me show you this first. The formation matters. Heroes have factions, and there's 3 main factions: the beasts, the moons, and the stars, sun guys. I I kept getting a lot of beasts. I don't know if that's for everyone, but seems to get a lot of beasts. So right now I have 5 heroes of the same faction, so I'm getting this 20% buff. If you have 4 heroes of the same faction and 2 of another faction, so like let's say 4 beasts and 2 moons, then you get 15% over here, and then over here on the left, if you only have 4 of the same faction, you only get a 10% boost. This 10, 20, 10, 15, 20% boost is a big deal, and you want to work towards 5, but in the beginning, you won't be able to. All right, so and that's in terms of formation. Also, in the back, once you level up, it's much later, but you get an Udamon, which is basically a pet that increases the field battle stats or something like that. Okay, so this is what a battle looks like. Now this is a boss. I feel like I'm gonna lose this one, not just because I have less power. I think it's because the heroes they have is really strong. So I need to just get stronger or upgrade my hero. I mean, yeah, it's basically just about getting stronger. So you guys can see that there are bars, yellow bars. That means you get a special ability. But there's also standard attacks, which is when you don't have those bars. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna win this one or not. It's hard to say. Yeah, it's pretty tough. Yeah, I lost this one. That's too bad. Yeah, this boss is tough. Okay, so that's what a battle looks like. But you can. There's actually a skip button next to the. There was a skip button on the bottom right if you wanted to go back and look. But basically, you can skip any battles except for the bosses in literally every single mode. Okay, so auto basic expedition is the only way you can get Lord experience. And the further you are in campaign, the more Lord experience you will receive. And as time passes, so you guys can see here, there's actually even a graph here that says when you clear stage this, you get an increase of gold. You get an increase of, so this is gold. I mean, this is gold. This is hero experience. There we go. And then the blue stuff is Lord experience. That's what you want to level yourself up. But you want to increase the rate of that, and to increase the rate of that, you gotta do expedition a lot. You want to come back and collect your autoplay rewards. Click on claim here, and yeah, so you click on this, and then you'll get, after a couple seconds, you'll be able to get another bunch of autoplay rewards. Basically, that's your goal to get to level 50. You want to get Lord experience, and at a high rate if possible. And also you want to make sure you come back and collect it, because they do have a max limit of 16 hours, I think. So yeah, come back every 8 hours or so to collect your experience and all your items and stuff like that. I mean, it's okay if you like skip it for a day, but don't do it too often, right? I was able to get this offer in 21 days, even though the offer said 4 days and then 14 days. So basically, it continues to track even after the given time. I think they expected that, and they just wanted people who actually enjoyed the game to continue playing. But Reddit has exposed this, so it does work. Okay, for the arcane, okay, let's see. Okay, one general rule: follow the red dots, but not just the red dots. So on the right over here, you guys can see the red dots sometimes give you free rewards, like this Lord thing. Yeah, you can collect. So if I get to level 50, I can collect these diamonds. Pretty awesome, right? But yeah, that's a general rule. Go to the events on the top right over here, and just look through them, and follow the red dots. And some of them require you to watch ads for free stuff. You can do that if you want. I did. It helped, and they gave me some diamonds, which is like a general, the strong currency. Gold is used for everything, like fuel, but diamonds is like the gems of this entire game, really. That you can use it to buy a lot of things, but not necessarily every single thing. But it's pretty useful. All right. Okay. So how do you get pretty good at expedition? Well, basically you get good hero quality. So let's go over to Sky City and take a look. In the Knight's Temple on the right, you guys will see a whole bunch of. Actually, not. Let's start with Tavern. Tavern is where you collect heroes. And there's 3 types: friendship recruitment. And so if you get a whole bunch of friends, just add a whole bunch of friends, and then delete the ones that are out for like 5 days or something like that. Yeah, delete those guys. And then you can search for apply for people, and then over here, people are applying for you to be their friend. You can accept that, and then you can constantly just basically click quick claim and send here, and you should be able to collect friendship points and send friendship points at the same time. Once you do that, you can go to the tavern and go to friendship recruitment, and you want to do 10 at a time, so you want to make sure you have 100 hearts before you do this. All right, that's pretty good for recruitment. Royal recruitment is the normal stuff. This is where you kind of use your diamonds for in the beginning, in order to get some high rarity heroes. And rarity works in a different way, but I'll show you that right after this. Faction recruitment, by the way. So basically, you guys saw earlier that the formation of like 5 people of the same faction, that gives the best bonuses, right? And so you generally want to focus on the faction that you have the most great ninjas from. So it could be Beast, could be Holy Alliance, could be Moon Shadow. For me, it was Force of Nature, Beasts, but I don't know what it's going to be for you. Okay, now let's go over to the Knights Temple, and basically there's a promotion method here. You go from let's go with light, right? So you can only sacrifice. So if I have a blue rarity, which is one of the lowest rarity, I need two other of the same type, and so then that will become the blue plus, which I don't see. Oh, right. The blue plus, and the blue plus will also now require two other blue pluses, but it doesn't have to be of the same hero. Okay, so I'll do this, and now it becomes purple. But okay, what happens when it becomes purple? Well, I can also do 2 randoms to promote him to purple plus, but I need to upgrade this guy from purple plus. Remember, as you upgrade this, his power increases. His scaling basically increases. But now I need a guy of the same rarity, so I'm gonna take another guy of the same rarity, promote the guy, and now he's legendary. Now keep in mind, even though this looks easy in the beginning, you're gonna have to grab a lot and keep promoting, and keep going and on, right? And then okay, now he's at legendary. I can now I'll do this. Yeah, I guess I could do this. Actually, I should probably do this guy, all right, of the same type. So we'll do this legendary, and then you get to the legendary plus. And the legendary plus, you need one of the same guy at legendary. And if you have one of the same guy at legendary, you can now increase them to red. And red is one of the top. It's basically the top max. Now here's the thing though. Here there are heroes that can go beyond red, and that's the ones that you want. And you can figure out which one it is by clicking on hero, clicking on whatever it is, and seeing if there are 4 abilities or if there are 3 abilities. You want the heroes with 4 abilities because those are the guys who has a higher rarity limit. In other words, they can go to red plus instead of just red, and also they have a higher level limit too. So generally speaking, these guys are harder to get with 4 abilities, but in the long run, they're better. I mean, first of all, they have 4 abilities instead of the 3 that normal people get. So let's take a look at this. Yeah, like this is a 3 ability guy. Their level limit is lower, and you can't get to red plus. So basically, how you would tell is, so let me move this around. Go to the index over here, and you can take a look at all these heroes, right? These are the legendary heroes with 160 is the max level, but here are the immortal 5s, which is the ones that you want. They're harder to get, but they're also much better, and you want to go for the ones that you can get 2 copies of, because that means you can at least get these guys to legendary plus. You need 2 copies to get a legendary plus, and legendary plus is where I stopped at. After before I get to level 50, I was able to get 2 reds, but also I was able to get legendary pluses on rare heroes. But there was also heroes that of immortal 5 level, top level, that I was not able to get to legendary. So you want to keep watch of these characters. You want to constantly go back to the index and be like, hey, is this character immortal 5 or not? If not, you could temporarily use him, but eventually you're going to want to focus on immortal 5 characters, right? Legendaries are fine up to most, like 75% of the game. And you can actually go to the Knight's Temple and reset a character for a small amount of gems, and they'll give you back all your golden experience, because golden experience is what you need to level up these guys. I mean, in the beginning, you're really just focusing on leveling up, and also getting some rarities from heroes. And that's generally all you really focus on. There's other stuff that eventually pop up, but this is like the most important, the foundation of stuff. Okay, also here is the equipment, 4 sets of equipment. You can upgrade these equipments with other of the same equipment or random fragments. So basically, if you collect 50 of these fragments, you can randomly get a piece of armor or weapon, or a piece of equipment, one of these 4. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. The artifact unlocks much later. It's a different thing. You're gonna enhance them with there's artifact sand and also gold. Gold is basically a fuel for everything. Artifact level, but it also has like a level limit, and then you have to use artifact stones to upgrade that limit up to a certain point. I try to keep things even. Like, this is a general rule. Try to keep it all even, unless you have like 2 copies of the same character and you want to get them to red. Like this guy over here, that's fine. But generally speaking, you want to even things out. It gives you the most power and the most stability. Okay. Yeah, so equipment I talked about, artifact I talked about. You want to get 1 artifact on every person, and the artifact is actually dependent on your faction. So if you're going to get 5 of the same guy, because remember during the fight there was a formation, 5 of the same faction gives you 20%. Well, that means you want the same faction. You want, basically, if I have Force of Natures, 5 Force of Natures, which I do, I want 5 of the same artifact, 1 on each guy, right? And then you have like 1 other random guy. Could be the same faction too if you want. But generally speaking, I wouldn't want to put 6 in the same faction, because then I have to divide. Then I'm getting, like, whenever I draw 10 in my tavern, then the other heroes that might potentially be really good will be just left over, and it's just useless resources. So yeah, basically speaking, try to get the heroes to about legendary plus at least, but also the equipment it's kind of like the same route. You want to get them to legendary plus too. Yeah, that's just generally it. That's your basic of power. Now everything else, just follow instructions. There's no big tip or trip on this. I mean, Alliance has Alliance trials here with Alliance points. Okay, the game will pretty much show you this, because they gradually unlock stuff. So most of it's self-explanatory. The one thing I guess not one thing, several things that I do want to mention is the black markets. So the top row is stuff that you want to buy, usually. And also there's like this, you want to get a lot of gold so that you can buy these hero shards, as well as you don't actually necessarily need the blue ones. When you get to legendary plus and you're just waiting on getting another Immortal 5, the top tier heroes, then you kind of don't really need the blue ones, because you're just kind of waiting for you're really just kind of waiting for the purple ones, because the purple ones are the only one that can actually give you Immortal 5 characters. But in the beginning, it'll be useful because it's really discounted, just to upgrade your characters. And then when you upgrade your characters, you can do Expedition. When you do Expedition, you get more Lord experience, right? Silver Leafs. Okay, so there are VIP levels. I don't quite remember how I got VIP levels. I got VIP levels without even trying, so it really, you just expect it at some point. But yeah, these 2 things, or these 5 things, everything in the weekly offer is actually fair game. And then the daily offers is the top bunch. And also, always get not always get artifact stones, but usually get artifact stones. Actually, in the Silver Leaf shop, I focused a lot on, first of all, there's artifacts, but that's in the middle. But before that, I focused a lot on breakthrough stones. I maxed them out. I really need breakthrough stones. Like, you can never have enough breakthrough stones. For whatever reason, it's weird. Breakthrough stones, especially in the high level, takes a long time to. It takes a lot, not just a long time. It takes a lot of these stones. So that's one resource that's rare that you should always get. Online shop, you should always get the discounted autoplay. It's optional to get the hero shard, but in the weekly deals, I did actually end up. So you guys saw this hero in my list earlier, right? You do want to use this hero, or you might want to get this hero if you already have another version of this hero. If you don't, you might want to wait until you do randomly get a version of this hero, so that you can upgrade it to at least legendary plus, because you need 2 versions of this hero to get the legendary plus, right? And also maybe a third version. You need 2 more copies if you want to upgrade it past Legendary Plus. So yeah, this pretty big deal. I would generally just wait, but I do really like Hero Shards, auto play packs. But you always make sure try to get to 12k, and then yeah, these are Alliance coins from doing Alliance things. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just go to Alliance to see. Okay, King Shop. I generally just get the artifacts, but you just get what you want. I never actually got enough to get the artifact box. It just cost way too much. So you could just get the lower value things. Arena Shop. I mean, you just do arena and just fight people. I did, I did save enough to get these heroes, which I would have gotten if I was able to. If I had a hero that was, if I had a copy of the hero, I would buy one of these heroes and then make it to Legendary Plus. But I don't, especially the Beast. I want a Beast version, but I was not able to get it. So I ended up spending on random rares and random epics, which I can use to upgrade my equipment. You can also go for the Royal Recruitment if you like. Dismissal Shop, remember there are green heroes that you get and you can just sell them, and then you get credit for this. I'll show you that right after this, by the way. But yeah, I generally just go for the hero shards, purple ones. Purple is better than blue for sure. And Udamon, Udamon is your pet. It's kind of in the middle. You just get some materials here. It's up to you. Maybe try to get a purple or a yellow rarity one. The red one takes way too much time, and I never was able to get it. So yeah, that comes much later though. Okay, I was about to show you. Hold on, what was I about to show you? The second to last was the Dismissal Shop, right? So if you go to the Knight's Temple, you can actually dismiss on the right, and these are just terrible heroes, and you can just dismiss them for credit here. Yeah, okay, and then you get credit, and you can spend it in the black market. Everything else, let's see, the forge is where you get. I mean, you can upgrade your artifacts. So to enhance, you can enhance it with gold, and the sand leveling up requires you to have 2 more of the same version. I never got to it. Enchant, you can auto chant until legendary attributes are above. I mean, these artifact stones, whatever they call them, just remember the picture. That you can click on that and then enchant, and then you'll eventually get it, right? Auto enchant, keep going, and then I got one. Awesome, yay! Okay, so you have 2 slots to enchant. If you upgrade your artifact level, you can get a 3rd slot. But I never got to that, so that's kind of important. Let's see. Yeah, under hero, your goal is to get an artifact to each of the heroes. That's the main point, and then you kind of balance things out as well. You can enhance based on, let's see, levels. All right, I actually just went over this, so I guess I don't need to do all that. Okay, there's not much else to say that's not self-explanatory. Shared crystal. Okay, so when you're fighting, you're gonna fight against 6 people and 6 on 6, right? But you want to upgrade 5 because the shared crystal allows you to give your 5th character's level to other heroes, and you can upgrade those. Basically, they become just as strong. So I upgraded 5 characters, and the weakest character, which is level 120, is given to everybody I have here. Now, you gradually unlock these guys when you do autoplay, when you do Expedition. Expedition is where you get Lord experience, and then you just put them on here, and then if you don't want them, you could take them off, but you can't use the slot for 24 hours. And I actually use this for different modes in continents. Continent is basically all the places you can go to gather resources by doing challenges or doing fights and stuff. I'm gonna skip the Void Abyss on this one. The Rift Dungeon and the Arcane Runes are the best you can go for. Let's see, Bounty Quests is self-explanatory. Dawn's Shield, yeah, this one's pretty fast. You just kind of do the highest level possible. Arena is just fighting against players. I don't need to show you that. Just do as much arenas. Fight against the weakest players possible. for rewards. And then trial tower. I mean, you just kind of want to keep doing this. This is one of the places you can go get breakthrough stones too. And so what we're left with is Rift Dungeon and King's Arena, Arcane Ruins. So these three, right? Okay, that's bounty quests. Oops. And Arcane Ruins. For Arcane Ruins, you want to collect. I mean, it's self-explanatory, except for things that you might forget. So one thing is you want to collect these stones when possible. You get to choose your path. Go up, down, left, right. These camps, you generally want to get like one guy from the camp that's stronger than you. I mean, every person in the camp is stronger than one of your heroes. So I mean, that's why they're there. But if you attack a Rune Guardian, and yes, you heal after every battle. However, if your hero dies, I think you don't get the thing. So it's hard to say. There's missions of this, and if you collect enough of those coins from those missions, like right now you need 9 of them, you'll get a reward. If you collect these rune stones from the 3 floors, then you get this extra, even better reward, right? So this is like a single floor, and you just keep going. Choose your route. Finding as much rune guardians as possible gives you more rewards, but there are other places where you can get camp, which is stronger heroes, and other stuff that give you like extra bonuses. And then you go to the portal for the next floor. And there is, I think, a shop here for the credit. Yeah, Udaman shop. All right. Those are some tips for that. In Rift Dungeon, which is also pretty important, but also slightly time consuming. So this, you need to get to a certain level of expedition for each chapter, but yeah, you guys can see there's like a whole bunch of chests in here. Basically, your life, like after each battle, your life does not go back up. If a hero dies, then he just dies. However, after some time, your heroes will be resurrected and healed at full force. So that's basically what the Rift Dungeon is. And there's a lot of chests you can collect. There's no real strategy here, but it is important to continuously do. You got to remember that even if you fail, even if your characters all die, you can come back and you can fight again at full health. So, all right, Dawn Shield Trial Tower. I think that's, yeah. So yeah, make sure to do expeditions. Constantly come back for the Lord experience on here, and you want to constantly get further into Lord experience, because Lord experience basically is the only way you can get to level 50. That's and you guys can see the experience bar here, right? Yeah, that's Lord experience. And the further you go in expedition, the faster your Lord experience goes up. Dungeon Adventures is a 3 versus 3. No, sorry, not 3 versus 3. This is a tower game. So you just put your heroes on there as towers, and it's pretty easy, to be honest. It's just for fun, and it actually does good rewards though. Okay. And I think that should be it for in the basics. You will have to learn more stuff in the game, but having the basics down will make it easier. All right, and yes, of course, quests, which should be self-explanatory. There's daily quests, there's weekly quests, and there's achievement quests that don't come back. Honestly, just play the game and you'll eventually get all of those. Okay, I think last thing to mention is probably going to be the VIP over here. And there are some missions that you want to pay attention to. This might be where I got my VIP from. I'm not really sure. But there are some title up quests you guys can try to get. You might want to do so that you can level up. And then they also give you increase in alliance coins, breakthrough stones, daily honor medals. Yeah, I mean, they'll just give you passive rewards that are actually pretty useful in the long run. So yeah, if you can, do those missions as quickly as possible. Okay, I think that should be it, except for Google. There are some free stuff you can get. Go search on Google for Ace Defender codes. Oftentimes they're expired, but you kind of want to check back once in a while for codes, and they also give you some very good booster starting rewards. Now, I've heard that I think you get they automatically give it to you in the beginning for some of these codes, so it might not work, but one of them might work. One of them worked for me. The rest was bad, or they said that I already redeemed it, which I guess they now auto redeem it for you. I don't know what's going on, but that's the other bonus you can get. Basically, I was able to do this in 21 days. I had like 3 days of almost doing nothing though, so technically maybe 18. But I also didn't know the game either, so that slowed me down as well. And I guess you should be able to do this in 17, 16 days, maybe. That's my guess if you play all the way. And I know the offer says 14 days now, I guess, but it I think they track at least 21 days because that's how long it took me, and probably even 30 days. Uh, I think they're doing this on purpose so that only the people who really enjoy it, who don't give up, who don't just do it for the offer, actually gets it. But now it's on Reddit and everyone knows. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.